everywhere.
You know, historically, these spring days ahead of us are the prime time to put your house on the market. Well, Eric Tidmore is here with 1% List, and he says he's ready, whether you're looking to buy or to sell. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Thank you for having me, Julie.
You work with both buyers and sellers, but it's the sellers that you really kind of speak to initially. 1% List is just that, a 1% commission.
That's
to
it.
Sell the house.
That's it. We list houses for 1% of the sales price at closing. A lot of people ask, you know, what do I owe now? Do I owe for pictures? Do I owe for this? No, you don't. You owe 1% when we actually close the house. It's on the settlement statement. We do professional pictures. We do staging advice. We have a host of contractors, you know, that we have relationships with. If you need some work done, we can actually refer those to you.
So you've been kind of counting the numbers, and you said in the 6 months that y'all were in business last year, you saved people...
We saved over $400,000 worth of commission for our sellers.
Wow. So
in
you
2025.
You mentioned the people that you can contract out with. That's a
Absolutely.
real big thing, because sometimes people want to put their house on the market, you walk around it and you say, you know, to get top dollar, you probably should take a look at this issue.
Absolutely. Sometimes you don't want to do too much because it's all about return on investment. But you want to do the right things. You know, front doors have, you know, 100% return on investment. When a client shows up to walk into the house while the agent's trying to get the lockbox open, they're looking at the front door, they're looking at the paint, they're looking at the eaves, the soffits. Garage doors, you know, that's a great spot if you have a deteriorated garage door. And of course, kitchens and baths. We know that sells homes.
So, you know, you hear right now about these interest rates coming down, that prices are beginning to stabilize. There's movement in the market that there hadn't been for a while.
Exactly. We hit January, and it was just a different market from from coming out of December, you know, into 26. You know, and interest rates are just a tad below 6% now, which are the lowest they've been since 22.
Some things at the house are subjective. So you were talking about, you know, refreshing paint or choosing to do something with your front door. Sometimes you want to be careful where you put your money, right? Because just because you might like it doesn't mean a future homeowner will.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's like paint, you know. You know, you've got, you know, your cool and your warm tones, you know, which are going to be just a general one. But if you have a bright pink room or a purple room, you know, that could be an issue. But otherwise, you know, to paint the whole house a neutral color, you know, it could be beneficial to you. But that's, you know, something, you know, we're more than happy to sit down and look at it and say, these are the spots you need to put money in where you don't waste money.
Talk about landscaping then, because I mentioned this is a great time. You can really transform that entryway into your home.
Absolutely.
Right now.
Fresh mulch, fresh bushes. You know, you may have overgrown bushes. You know, they may need to be trimmed back. If they're too far gone, you may need to remove them, put in some fresh landscaping. But landscape and curb appeal, that's one of the top sellers. Okay,
from a buyer's perspective, you're out there, you're looking around for houses. The days seem to be gone where everything is going quickly.
Absolutely.
The houses are sitting for a little bit longer to give you a chance to really look, right?
Absolutely. Days on the market are in the mid-60s. But whether you're a buyer or seller, we can actually look at the area you're looking in, and we can actually pull, you know, comparative sales and look at days on the market for your area. That's more important than just saying, oh, days on the market for the Chattanooga Multiple Listing Service is 65 days.
Right.
We can pull your specific area and say, okay, if we price your house right, your house may sell in about 17 days, according to these others.
Hey, but having a home and maintaining that home is increasingly expensive. I mean, you know, the water heater goes out, that's expensive to replace. So is it a good idea from a seller's perspective to try to have as much of that maintenance work up to speed and date as possible? It
is. You know, if the water heater, if you have a leak, or you could have an issue with an element where you're running out of water quick, it'd be great to get it taken. Take a look at it. HVAC, that's a big piece. And then as far as the seller, you always have the option. You can offer a 1-year home warranty with the sale. If you offer that warranty from the time that you sign your listing contract, your home is under warranty during the listing period for the seller.
Right.
It's seller coverage.
It works for both parties.
That's right. So if you fire up that air conditioner here in maybe this weekend, and all of a sudden it goes kaput.
Right.
You've actually got a warranty.
You're covered.
Absolutely.
All right, here's how you can reach out to Eric and his team. It's 1% Lists. The website is sell41.com, but then there's their phone number, 355-LIST. That breaks down to 355-5478. Great to see you, Eric.
Great to see you.
Don't go extinct like the dinosaurs did by using prehistoric